Hello and thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Duane Wilt Show here on BeerPirateRadio.com. Yarg, everyone? A yarg? Yarg.
Yo-ho.
I was just looking for the yarg. I was hoping we could all get that together. Next week, everybody. Next week, expect the most phenomenal yarg you will ever hear. And we'll do it together in unison as a group. It'll be fun. A couple of things I want to get into right before we start this week's episode. I want to apologize to the listeners for not being here with you last week. I had some technical difficulties. I went to the 607 family gathering, which is what we were talking about on the last episode. And what we were talking about is I was talking about the 607 family gathering. I went there to do some stand-up comedy at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was a phenomenal venue, phenomenal people, just a great environment all around, a lot of fun. And they invited me back for next year, so I'm excited about that. But I plan to take my computer there and get interviews with the guy who set up the whole thing, Jeremy Killenbeck, a.k.a. Polmar of the Buffalo Juggalo scene. I was going to get an interview with my buddy J3 from Geneva, who was out there, which is really cool that I saw him. He was out there performing, and then a few other artists from around the country. And what happened is I get to the venue, and I have my laptop with me, and I figure, okay, I got one good charge, and that'll be good enough to just go ahead and get through a couple of interviews and get some stock footage so I could cut to that. Between like breaks and what have you, and that was what I was really excited to have. But I get there and I go to turn on my laptop and there's no charge and it won't turn on. So I find a plug, which is tough to do in the middle of the field, in the middle of the woods. But I find a plug and it works, and I plug it in and again it takes no charge. And I was like, well, maybe it's because we're in the woods. I don't know. I thought that. So I get back to the hotel eventually the next day and I try it there, and again nothing. So I had to get a new laptop and the programs all put back on the computer. So I apologize to listeners for not being here last week, and I also want to take a second to apologize to my daughter. Apparently she heard a bit of the last podcast, and I was talking about some things that had gotten searched on my computer that I assumed was one of my daughters, and she claims it wasn't her. And but I really hurt her feelings talking about those things. Well, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed that I was talking about her becoming a woman, potentially her womanhood, and she's honestly concerned that some of her friends might hear this not this episode of the podcast, last week's episode of the podcast, and just like know that it was her. Now, I don't believe we have a very strong listenership between 11-year-olds.
And we usually try to steer clear from those.
With the van that I drive, you have to steer clear of most 11-year-olds.
Especially with that mustache.
And the mustache. And so I want to take this second to apologize to my daughter for that. I love you, and I'm sorry, and I promise you that, yes, I found those things. I did find that in the search history, but I guess maybe it wasn't her. I'm sure there was some other young girl learning to masturbate in my living room when I wasn't home. Brittany, was it you?
He went there.
He was going to sooner or later.
I had to eventually. And I want to take a second to shout out to one of our listeners who did listen to our last podcast and decided on a punishment for our friend Logan here. Now, Logan, say hello to the people. Go ahead.
Yo, what up? Hold my beer this time. I'm not gonna set it down.
All right. Well, you're not going to be able to set it down for the rest of the night. Now, here's the thing. I reached out to the listeners after Logan spilled his beer on our last episode, and it wasn't actually Logan. Tell the story, because it wasn't
technical. It wasn't my beer that I spilled. I set the beer down, and a tremor shot through the table and knocked over Robbie's beer. So if you want to be technical, I should actually have to hold his beer for the punishment.
For the punishment.
But I will suffice to hold my own beer.
Well, you're not actually going to be holding his beer. You will be holding something of Robbie's as your punishment. No. No. I reached out to our listeners and said we need to figure out a punishment for Logan for not only having a party foul, but for a podcast foul, because this is Beer Pirate Radio. I mean, it's the Duane Wilt Show on Beer Pirate Radio, but it's still Beer Pirate Radio. Yarr. Some of us. We'll get it. We'll get it one of these times, guys. We'll get it.
You're a lousy director, man. There, I said it.
Listen, I'm not.
Maestro, you gotta tell us the hand gesture.
Do I have to do the hand gestures, the hook hand? Like, yarg.
What the heck does X mean?
Like, why is he saying? I said, that's.
They have no idea. It's
No,
radio.
I know they have no idea. But the hook hand, I was doing the fake hook hand with my hand, audience, listeners, and it looks like the ASL, American Sign Language, hand sign for X, which we all think is ridiculous. I don't.
That definitely doesn't make sense.
Because
That's an R.
R.
This is an R. Yeah, when you cross your fingers, like oh, I don't want.
Which is
But
which is weird because the hook looks like a lowercase r.
it does the hook. But then again, we can't say that any of necessarily the hand signals for sign language look like. Not always the things that they actually are.
Isn't there like different hand signs for uppercase and lowercase?
No, there's
gonna say, that would
you only do that on paper, I think.
Oh, okay.
What, you mean like drawing the hands?
Right, no, I just. No, I mean like you only have to worry about what you uppercase or lowercase when it's written. Like your hand sign language is meant to be spoken word, except for the fact that it's unspoken. It's a language. It's not necessarily the written. It's not a written
way to
language.
differentiate if you're saying like the title of a book or whatever, or if you're just like
Well, of course there's a way to differentiate. You say it's a title.
So there's like no chance that if you're dating a deaf girl that you're gonna know if she's yelling at you.
No, I think you know. I think the way you get that is with the eradication of the hand signals, like when she's really throwing those hands
she's
around.
talking with her hands faster than she can talk with her hands. That's when you know she's yelling at you.
There are
That's
no
how
caps locks for sign
that's how you know when you're getting yelled at in sign language and by an Italian. So we're offending Italians today, and the deaf. So luckily one of them can't hear us.
Any deaf listeners, go ahead and start a forum about how pissed off you are.
Right.
Just a picture of middle fingers.
I dated a deaf guy once.
You dated a deaf guy once? How were the hand jobs?
Yeah.
You would think he'd be better with his hands, surprisingly.
Right.
Yeah, you might be really tired.
Well, he had his good qualities too, you know. I mean, he never yelled at me. He never complained if I snored. All of his friends were nice and quiet.
I actually have to interrupt you for 1 second because I have to ask you something. This has always confused me. All right, anytime that you're trying to point out a gay guy or whatever, and you do the limp wrist, right? It's like the effeminate, the limp wrist. But I always figured that they would have really strong wrists. So I don't understand that particular gesture at all.
It's the heterosexuals who do the limp wrist. We do it in a mocking, ironic fashion.
So you were being gay before it was cool.
Hipster
The
gay.
hipster gays. They must be from Buffalo.
Put some rainbow hipster glasses on.
Right now we're pissing those people off.
What, Buffalonians? They're already pissed off. They're Buffalonians. Is that the tactic? I don't even know. I think it's Buffalonians. It's
I'd be pissed if that were my term too.
right.
I say Buffalonian.
Yeah,
I don't
Buffalonian.
know how I feel
It sounds
about
better
being
than
gay.
Buffaloer.
Buffalo.
Buffaloite?
Buffalo blower. Only during Bill's training camp.
They're always losing the games.
Oh
Not
man.
enough time practicing on the right game.
They've been blowing up the balls, but they needed a little bit more Tom Brady. I'm not saying Tom Brady's gay, but I'm saying he can deflate the shit out some balls.
I'm saying he loses the game of Limp Bizkit on purpose.
He can deflate my balls anytime he wants.
Yeah, and we all hope he does. Good for you, Robbie. But no, I was talking about our punishment for young Logan. Yeah, I say young Logan. He's older than I am.
Cool, man.
And one of our listeners, and I don't know if I'm supposed to mention him by name, but he's actually a good friend of mine, and is a friend of Logan's here as well. He said that because Logan has obviously such a hard time holding on to things, that we are going to have to duct tape his beers to his hands, Edward 40 hand style. Now, we don't have 40s here in the room, so I've come up with an
It
idea.
just shows how honest we are, because it's not like anybody's going to know that we don't have 40.
Mouth, too.
Well, I mean, well,
Then I may as well just stay home.
they can't say that. Well,
Oh, good. You figured out the rest of it.
shot fired.
Extradition.
Extra dishes? Well, at least there's a woman in the house.
Hi.
Yeah, Robbie's got to do the dishes. No, so yeah, no. So we will be doing the duct taping of the cans to Logan's hands, but as an extra addition, because we only have cans. Logan, have you ever played a wizard staff? Now,
I have. I know what you're talking about.
you know what the concept.
Yeah, where you stack the mirrors. But isn't somebody else supposed to play too? So
Well, no, it is so you can have a competition. The problem is I don't want to keep untaping cans from your hands. So as you drink more, you're gonna have to be reaching farther and farther away from your face
I think I'm tall.
as the night goes on, with beers in both hands. So
Charm out.
I got some duct tape.
Spider monkey.
I got some duct tape here, and it's not actual duct. It's not D-U-C-T, which it's supposed to be. It's duck like D-U-C-K, so it's clearly cheap. But who
No ducks are harmed in the making of this tape.
wants to do the honors? Robbie.
I volunteer as tribute.
Well, you got to. So Robbie's sitting the closest. So as Robbie starts, you're going both hands, brother. Yeah, somebody's got to get you with the next
Yeah,
one.
let me finish.
Yeah, finish that beer, pound it down, chug,
We
chug,
can at
chug.
least extend you that courtesy.
Right. And while we're getting some taping done, I'm going to go the rest of the way around the room and continue our introductions. Today, as our guest on the couch, we have our mutual, all of our close friend, Josh Schaefer. Josh, say hello to the people.
Greetings, people.
He's exciting. That's
Like the Al Gore of the group. Celebrate. I will.
I'm really happy to be here.
Man,
End
bear pit.
transmission. Did you know I was a robot?
because you follow the 3 laws of robotics.
Well,
I've never seen you.
I'm a robot criminal this whole time.
Right?
Don't open that yet.
Don't open.
No, don't open it. Start with the tape.
I am not going to try and tape it and keep it from spilling at the same time.
Fair enough.
So I just go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, tape his hand up. Tape that fucker up.
Here we go.
I love the sound.
Alright, you don't need to Nicole Simpson me.
So that's
You're going to be making a staff out of this.
Nah.
You're going to want it to hold.
Nah, that'll be good. I
I
think
know.
the beauty. I love that sound of duct tape
Is
because
he double fisting?
he's double fisting.
Ooh. Okay, I've really got to stop. I'm starting to offend myself.
As Robbie helps Logan
Other
get
hand,
double
please.
fisted.
Nickel for every time I've said that. Really, I've got to knock it off.
Right.
Arm, please.
That's how Grandma died.
Not now, Josh.
The beauty of duct tape is that sound. That sound means that silence is golden because duct tape is silver.
But that's black.
Listen, they didn't know that. The listeners didn't know
They
that.
didn't know it wasn't a 40.
It was duct tape. They had to know.
Well, I mean, no, you can get this. I did see the silver, but I thought to myself, black, because black tape matters.
All tape matters.
All tape matters.
Wait, you're gonna get kicked out of this venue. Too.
Right? No, I didn't get kicked out of last venue.
kicked out of
No,
somewhere?
I didn't get kicked out. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you about this. You got to crack those beers for him. Come on, somebody.
Like fun, I do. That's part of the punishment. Use your teeth.
No, that's unfair. It's bad for
You're
teeth.
right.
It's
That is unfair.
bad. Use your teeth, Robbie.
Yeah. There's quite a few
See?
things I don't want to have in common with you, my friend.
Right. But no, I was at Mustang Sally's doing a show in Horseheads for Comedy at Night is what the organization or the group is called. And apparently what had happened is I was telling the jokes that I normally tell, and it's delightfully offensive as usual, and as per the usual, as the young kids say these days. And
Again, talking about those 11-year-olds.
and their masturbatory practices. But
In your room.
not in my room, not necessarily in my room. No, I assume it was. I don't know. The computer stays in the living room. I assume that she was just researching it. I don't know. And again, it wasn't her, and I'm not supposed to talk about any of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a step away from that subject again. But But no, I was making these the jokes that I normally make, and the crowd was not responding well. And what had happened apparently, which I did not know, I was told by nice one, good push. And
You were saying, Duane?
And I was making the jokes I normally make, and I thought nobody was digging me because it was an older crowd. But apparently, a fight had broken out between the two owners of the place or something, and I had no idea. I couldn't see from the stage because you can't necessarily see the back of the room in the venue. And apparently, that had distracted enough of the audience that is what affected my set, and that's what I was told was the thing. But I did make one of the jokes that I have based on race, and I like to think I'm fairly progressive, and I don't try to be racist. What I want to do is address the issue of race without coming across as racist, and it's a tough line to walk. And when you're trying to make jokes about current social injustice and the things that are going on in the news today, and those kind of things, like, you have to be a little brazen about certain subjects. And I made a joke that I have made many times, and I don't remember necessarily which joke it was specifically that got the groan within the construct of the lineup of jokes. But it's a pretty well constructed bit of material. I put a lot of effort and a lot of time into writing it the way I think should sound and come up.
And lit it on fire and everything.
It was a lowercase t. Time to leave.
Get letters.
and the letters keep pouring in. But so I made the joke, and then I got the groan, and then I just as a throwaway, I was like, "Come on, people, black jokes matter." And the second groan, like if my entire set was being ignored because of the distraction of the fight in the back of the room, these are the two things that the entire audience heard were these racial sound, and the groans. Oh, they permeated my soul. So I didn't get kicked out, and I didn't get booed off stage, and I had a fairly warm applause when I left the stage. But I definitely I left racistly. I had to find a way to mask my now unintentional racism. So I just started ordering things like chicken wings. And
Got the watermelon out.
oh, fuck.
Did a little tap dance.
Oh, my God. Started hanging out with that frog from WB. Racist-ass frog. So much racism in cartoons. We were actually talking about that a little bit earlier before the show started. We were talking about Foghorn Leghorn's apparent racism. His apparent racism.
I just can't quite tell if he's supposed to be black or white.
Foghorn?
Either way, he's extremely racist, but...
Oh, he's clearly white.
Yeah, he's
Feathers
clearly...
and all.
Yeah,
Feathers.
no. Feathers and all. Well, I mean, he's got, like, brown feathers, too. He's part white.
He's got brown feathers on his head. That's kind of like you having brown hair.
Fair enough.
And the red mohawk.
And the red mohawk,
I'm gonna
which
say that
does
the
that
only
make
way to know for sure is to ask the writers, and they're dead probably. So
Yeah,
He's
could
a
be,
chicken.
He could be black. Yeah, exactly. He totally could be black.
I don't know much about. I think chicken skin is white. Like I know polar bears are black skinned. They are.
You don't
No,
think-
they're white fur, but they're black skinned. It's a way to they pull down the heat through the sun from the black skinnedness.
Useless fact. Polar bear's fur is not white. It's actually clear.
It's clear.
Mm-hmm.
But their
The
skin.
layers
They're
of
like
it. The layers of it
chameleons.
make it look white, like your Saran wrap does.
Oh.
So they're like chameleons. They just are.
No,
adapt to
it's
their
just
environment.
clear. It still looks visually white because it's layered on itself. The layers of fur make it look white.
It's like saying an albino is
But,
clear. Still looks white, but just a little off.
Yeah, that literally had nothing to do with what I was saying. May God have mercy on your soul.
It's an off-white, I think.
That's racist.
That's racist.
Oh, man.
Another useless fact. I know a lot of this shit. Polar bears are left-handed.
All polar bears are left-handed, so they're southpaws. But they live in the North Pole. Or do they live in the North Pole?
Yes, they do.
Penguins live in the South Pole, right?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Fucking
Penguins
penguins.
are Antarctic.
And polar bears are Uncle Arctic.
Maybe cousin, distant, once removed.
Right. I'm your grandma's, mother's, sister's, brother.
And what does that make us?
Nothing. I can't remember the quote. Fuck me. It's been too long since I've seen Spaceballs. It has. I don't know. There's one topic that I know Logan wanted to bring to the table last week, or not last week. I keep saying last week. Couple of weeks ago.
Last we left our heroes.
This huge eyesore going on in our fair town right now. You go to look at the lake and you just see this giant condominium that they're building, and you're just gonna have their the rents are gonna be outrageous. So
the rent's too damn high.
Yeah, the rent's too damn high. Yeah, I'm jealous that I
hotel
can't
they were
live
building.
there.
Those are luxury condominiums, and what?
It's gonna be a whole strip mall.
And for the listeners, what we're talking about is the current gentrification of the lakeshore front property here in Canandaigua, where our fine podcast is recorded. I say fine, I don't necessarily mean that, but you know.
Oh, that's sexy.
This is a sexy ass podcast because it's our voices. Our voices are amazing. Luckily, nobody has to see any of us. The only one good looking here is Josh.
Definitely have voices.
I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm talking about the one with boobs. Me. Me. Don't get ahead of yourself, Brittany.
You see how she puffed them up?
Right? She did. She was like, I got the boobs.
She did.
You're not the only one, bitch. You do look like you've been putting on weight, though. Good for you. Right?
Me?
Yeah, a little.
You definitely don't look like you can fit in the glove compartment anymore.
Not anymore. You definitely look like you're putting on a couple of pounds, and I don't mean that to be insulting. It's a good thing. You were too thin.
No,
So I look healthy now.
You look healthier. Yeah, you look less like a cancer patient.
We've been chilling in a group of 4 or 5 people, and it's like, what the fuck is? Oh, right. You're even. And it doesn't help she doesn't talk at all either. When she does talk, it's once in a great while. It's like, holy shit. Where did you even come
Was that a mouse?
Oh my God! I forgot you were there.
But so yeah, downtown.
Matrix.
A Domin Matrix? I don't know. I feel like.
Dominatrix.
Thank you, that one.
English
major.
Oh, I
The English major.
That's why Paul's not here today.
Oh yeah, and
I forgot the safety word.
it is.
Brittany forgot the keys.
And the rent's too high. The great Paul Inglesby was unable to join us because he's dead. No, that's not.
Dude, she almost choked.
Right?
Or after he died.
Well, listen, he was stiff at least one last time. Right? I've already told my girlfriend, I was like, listen, if you die before I do, do I have a couple extra minutes with your body before I call the guy? Do I get one more? She said it's fine as long as she's still warm. I'm in. Right? I'll start calling her Bun instead of Hun. People are like,
Bun in the oven?
Yeah, people are like, what's up with you and Katie? Oh, we got a bun in the oven. And she's delicious. Are we groaning because I'm eating a human body, or are you just assuming that I'm performing cunnilingus on the dead body?
Heck.
I'm
not
thinking about this body in an oven and potential burning. I'm disappointed when my pizza's burnt. Imagine a burnt body.
Brittany for the win, everyone. That's our podcast. Thank you, guys. We have a good night from the Duane Wilt Show. Costanza, go out on a high note. Oh, man. Like Charlie Sheen, he'll end up going out on a high note.
Yeah.
Right?
I've decided, if I have a funeral, all of my pallbearers are going to be women. Guys wouldn't take me out when I'm alive. They ain't doing it when I'm dead.
Fair enough. Guys never take me out when I'm alive either. That's not true. I guess, I don't know, do guys take me out? I go out.
Why are you asking us if guys take you out? Wouldn't you know?
I don't know, you people are guys. We hang out. Do you ever take me out?
Yeah, we went to karaoke.
I took you out.
Bitch, I'll take you out right now.
You sound like my mother.
All right, I guess the podcast really is done.
I brought you into this world. I can take you out of it. Shut up, Mom. Not the coat hanger. She tried to abort me that late.
So did Joan Crawford.
But yeah, so they the whole downtown area near the lake, what they're doing is they're building a luxury condominiums.
I'm surprised we got back to that.
Well, that's what.
Kudos.
Well, I'm the one I run the show. That's my job to bring it back when I need to. So the whole luxury condominium is going to be like a high rise near the lake. And then you're going to have pretty much a strip mall, like a bunch of just shops underneath it. And from what I heard, that might actually lead to a whole privatization of the beachfront down there, which I feel like the thing I like about the whole concept is that I feel like Canandaigua was starting to build itself as a city by making buildings tall. Like they're supposed to be a city.
Man,
But it's,
I realize it'll benefit Spider-Man, but that's another.
It's gonna suck for Superman. Trying to
and,
zigzag around all those tall buildings.
right?
Just leap over.
Yeah, in a single bound.
Superman sucks. You can't put anything in his way unless he's got kryptonite, then he's a little pussy bitch.
Right. I've always felt like that's the way to end Superman. Everybody's like who would win a fight, Batman or Superman? Well, if Batman wanted to fight dirty, and legitimately, we all know that Batman has the contingency plan for Superman.
Yeah.
Like he keeps kryptonite, and it always makes old Clark a little nervous, you know. But I just feel like all you'd have to do is have a kryptonite tip bullet and shoot it at Lois Lane. And Superman would fly in the way to stop the bullet and get shot with a kryptonite bullet.
That is a legit point.
That's
Do it.
right. I just feel like that's the way. That's how I would kill Superman if I had to kill
Yeah,
Superman.
that's what the sequel to the Suicide Squad would be about.
It's BB2.
If Superman is fast enough to run in front of Lois and take the bullet for her, shouldn't he also be fast enough to pull her out of the way of the bullet so neither of them have to take it?
Yeah, but he's a showboat. He would just stand in the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
He would do the whole pose, have his hands on his hips, waiting for the bullet to get there.
Because
And
you
then
wouldn't
all of a
know.
sudden he'd be like,
Oh.
fuck.
You wouldn't know. it's a
Gurgle
kryptonite
death.
bullet, a kryptonite bullet, like right away.
How would he not know?
It's flying through the fucking air. I don't care.
And as it gets closer to him, wouldn't it suck away his powers?
If Superman, if it's an actual bullet made out of kryptonite,
No, just laced. Just yeah, if you have like an exploding tip bullet, like a hollow point, you could just put a little tiny fucking nugget of kryptonite in there.
Yeah, just like in Underworld when they put the silver strike in the fucking in the
But then the
bullets
s-
that they shot the werewolves with. It'd just be like that. You wouldn't see that coming. He's been
Then
shot
that
by a
would go-
million bullets. He takes it like you take loads to the face. All right, I apologize. Sometimes
That was
Sometimes
funny.
it just
That was
you
kind of funny.
can't.
I can see the humor. in
Sometimes you
that.
can't bite your tongue at the right time. Right?
One more word out of you, and I'll bite your tongue. See if I'm lying.
You don't even look like a lion.
All right, Snoop.
Rawr.
Calm down. That was my favorite movie with Snoop Dogg.
I don't think he was in that.
I don't think Snoop was in that.
I know.
He'd have a lovely
I know
bunch
it
of
wasn't
coconuts.
in The Lion King. It was about him.
Because he's fair enough. Fair enough. That's his.
Was that during the time he was calling himself Snoop Lion?
That's yeah.
Not even close.
Then it wasn't about him.
It was
Way to
a-
point out the ridiculousness of that stretch.
I couldn't have done it any better than you just did.
Double fisting and stretching. Logan's specialties.
I mean, spread the word.
I gotta stop before that becomes my catchphrase.
So, okay, now, first of all, I'll say this, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway, but also, since my fingers are duct taped, I can't do the thing, but I was totally going to do a V right there. Spread the word,
Spread the
the little V.
because
your toes.
legs are the word.
I fucking hate that song.
What?
The word.
Oh, like the bird is the word?
Bird.
Yeah, the bird. No, I'm saying like be like, oh, legs are the word. Spread the word.
Hey, his legs.
The word of the day is legs. The podcast is
I
brought
feel like
to
we're taking
you.
the high road on that one.
I thought we all took the high road earlier. We're not supposed to do that on the air. Put 'em. We're allowed to pound beers like it's my birthday. In my suit. Not
I gotta itch my ear. With my beard.
Yeah.
Actually, the duct tape is pretty abrasive. It works.
Duck, not duct.
Yeah.
Gotta be more specific. We're not brand loyal here.
So you're saying Superman could beat the whole thing if we just had some duct tape? Just grab Lois Lane and then.
Where's the duct tape come in? I don't understand.
Duck.
Oh, duck. He would duck. Oh.
And then on that bullet thing.
And then he would bruise Lois.
Because the only way Superman wouldn't be able to tell that there was kryptonite in that bullet is if it was lined in lead. And if it's lined in lead, how is the kryptonite going to penetrate his body at all?
You wouldn't see it until it's flying at him at a speed.
Just because there's kryptonite inside the lead does not mean that the bullet's automatically going to go through Superman. The lead part of it, which is the outer part of it, is still going to bounce off of him.
Contrived
Okay,
comic
well,
book writing.
what about some sort of shrapnel effect?
Right, that's what I was thinking. Like as the bullet hits anyway, if it's an exploding tip, it explodes. And that point, like and like I said before, as the bullet draws nearer to Superman, does that not start to diminish his powers as it gets closer?
Well, that's the thing. Superman has come to expect certain things from certain people. He knows Lex Luthor has kryptonite. He knows that Batman has kryptonite, and he knows that they are both weapon savvy and intelligent enough to fashion these into projectile weapons. Why would he stand there and try and take a weapon from either of them?
Because, like you said, he's a showboater.
No, he isn't. He's a smart person. People are not.
Person. He's not a person. Not a person.
He's definitely an alien.
The alien.
I saw him in a furniture truck.
Aliens are people too.
Listen. Like all species. Wait, I was gonna say but I got nothing. What's the overall generalization of everybody in the universe? Because they matter.
Kryptonians matter.
Well, obviously Kryptonians matter. Well, yeah. No, people who no longer matter.
Dark matter matters.
Dark matter matters. Kryptonians no longer matter. I think after the new Star Wars film or Star Trek films, Vulcans no longer matter. I mean, anyone from Leia's planet. Fucking, why am I going blank? Alderaan. Why, nobody from Alderaan lives no longer matter. Elderonian?
Eldorinian.
Oh,
I think that's
shit.
actually
I went to school with an Elderinian.
Alderoni?
I feel sorry for that kid. It
Sounds
sounds taking
delicious.
forever to figure out.
What it's like having Elderoni. That's an old Vanilla Ice reference.
But
'Cause
yeah, if Lex Luthor or Batman were to, especially if it were Batman, were to shoot a bullet at Lois Lane, Superman would not try to stand in front of the bullet and showboat, as you put it, because he knows what to
Okay, to
expect
be
from
fair,
Batman.
I didn't put it that way. He put it.
yeah, I did put it that way, but I
I
feel
did a callback.
I just feel like he
He can
referenced.
get Lois out of the path of the bullet, but he wouldn't stand in the path himself. He knows what to expect from Lex Luthor. He knows what to expect from Batman. He knows who has kryptonite, and he knows
Batman's
how
good
he
at
knows how to
disguises.
use
Why
it.
doesn't he just dress up as somebody else?
What?
Dress up like somebody else? Robin?
Exactly. The effeminate.
No one would notice.
The feminine.
Sidekick.
Bright red suit and draw the fire. I mean attention.
He's like, oh, fuck it. It's just Robin. I'll take this ball.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's went through like what, 6 of them?
Right? Yeah, Robins don't even last anymore.
Alfred, we lost another one.
We're gonna need
We'll get
another
right on
Timmy.
it. We just have to find another acrobat whose parents died.
Again, sir, the orphanage has told us not to call them anymore.
I guess I'll just have an illegitimate child with some bitch.
You still have Selena Kyle's phone number. Wow, what the hell was that? That was not a good back growl.
Yeah, wait, that was your bad growl talking about Selena Kyle's phone number?
Terrible back growl.
That was a terrible back growl. I sounded like fucking Patty and Selma.
I can't do it. I was gonna try to. Got no quotes for the Patty or the Selma.
Yeah. They're funny.
I'm the hero Gotham deserves.
That was really good, actually.
That was dead on. That was dead nuts right there. Kudos to Robbie for Was that your Patty or your Selma?
Pick. They're both voiced by the same woman.
I shouldn't have to. You pick. You decide which one lives or dies.
Wow. When did you become that guy from Saw?
I was always Jigsaw. That guy from Saw. Isn't that Jigsaw? Isn't that?
I mean, I thought the whole concept of this podcast is I want to play a game.
Yes, I want to play a drinking game. Unfortunately, life is the hardest drinking game.
Why would you play mind games with such mindless people?
Because one of them is an English major. He's
I was gonna
supposed
say,
to
you're
have
calling
a mind.
yourself out there too, buddy.
Of course I am. I've had as much to drink as the rest of you.
I don't know about that. I've been like, if we talk
Not
about
you, Count Druncula.
Yeah, I don't even count as people anymore. Like, I'm 80% alcohol, 20% person,
He's a beer keg at this point.
right?
Buzo the Clown.
Who's it's Dunzo the Clown. That's a callback to one of my jokes. I talk about stabbing kids. It's fun. I love that joke. That joke I'll be telling, along with many other very disgusting, horrible, vile jokes on Friday, August 12th at the V Pub in Canandaigua, doing the Trial by Vile comedy show.
Woo!
With I got Dan McCourt coming from Syracuse. This guy is amazing. Love Dan McCourt. Got Dan Maslin, who's also a very funny, very dark comic. And I was trying to get Nate Clark to make the schlep from New York City, but unfortunately he started a new job. And new jobs are more important than doing comedy for no money hardly at all.
Did he mention what he's doing up there?
I think he's blowing dudes.
Oh, you're going to get sued if he hears this. Or you won't.
No, Nate. If Nate heard this, he'd laugh. He's
See the future? I'm not Nostradamus.
Dumbass. That's classic. But yeah, no, he's very funny. Unfortunately, it's all about. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
You're gay. I thought you didn't have to deal with delivery.
He has to
We have to
deliver.
deal with a lot of things that you stupid people do.
He has to deal with deliverance.
That is an offensive stereotype.
Offensive to Southerners or offensive?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen the movie.
I've never seen the movie either. I only made the reference because I'm doing a show in West Virginia and everybody's like deliverance.
Wait, did that movie take place in West Virginia?
Did
One
it?
of those. Mississippi, Missouri. One of those.
It took place in Mississippi?
Of course, Josh has seen it.
Alabama or some
I
shit.
haven't
don't
seen
know.
it.
So has anyone here seen it?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, new subject.
Well, that's clearly why it's not on the top list of my top however many rape scenes.
They don't know about that. You never posted that.
Oh my god, that's right. Oh man, I was so fucking hammered that night hanging out with Big Earn. God, I think I should post that somewhere, just the deleted
He was
scenes.
advertising that show for the cancer charity.
He was, yeah. That will be taking place. I want to
Oh,
say.
that sucks. They're probably already dead.
I want.
Oh, that's making it sound like he waited for like ever. No, this was just a few weeks ago.
Listen,
That
sometimes they
went
only have a few
dark.
weeks.
That went so dark.
Can we bring the light back now?
There is no light, only darkness.
It's okay, everybody. I just contracted cancer. It's totally okay.
Well, he hasn't contracted cancer yet, but he has started smoking again, so he's on the right path.
Yeah, give me a cigarette, dude. You'll get the joke. Just let it sink in.
Right. Because
Is that another rape joke?
he's gonna need the cigarette when he's done.
You'll get it. You'll get it. Just let it sink in.
Why is everything sex with you?
Well, yeah. Yeah, why? You sit around with Robbie, all of a sudden, like, we're sitting around talking at work and not everything's sex. You sit around next to the gay guy, he's like, sex, 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 sexity, sex, sex, sexity, sex, sex from Sexville, Ohio, home of the sex. Oh, man.
Come out of the closet. Or say hello to the White Witch of Narnia. Whichever.
Listen, I'm still looking in the closet for that Christmas present that I never got.
Was the Christmas present supposed to be dick?
I I'm wearing wrapping paper
I grew
underwear.
up with one of those. I never stuck a
No
ball
lie,
in
I
it.
actually did that once.
You had wore wrapping paper underwear? Now, was it made out of wrapping paper or did it just look like wrapping paper?
I actually made a pair of makeshift boxer shorts using tape and wrapping paper and told my boyfriend Merry Christmas.
That is such a cheap fucking gift.
Yeah, nothing, but
It wasn't
holy
the only
shit.
gift I gave him.
It's like I gave my girlfriend a Snickers
What else you give him?
bar
The clap?
and told her Merry Christmas.
I've given that gift before. No, that's not true. I never had the clap. I had crabs once.
No, we gave each
They
other
were
the
delicious.
materialistic gifts that we actually cared about, and then I thought I'd be funny by making the boxer shorts out of wrapping paper. It was the leftover wrapping paper from when we opened our presents.
You went full blown
Oh,
arts and
that's
crafts
even-
on it.
So it's recycling.
It's recycling.
Regifting is what
Recycle,
it is.
reduce, reuse,
It's not
and close the
re-gifting
loop.
because the wrapping paper wasn't the gift.
But hadn't you given him that?
Arguably,
Had
yet you get so much emphasis on the
Question though,
fucking wrapping paper.
question though, had you
Every
not
house-
given him your dick before? Because then it is regifting.
Totally.
Is it regifting, or is it, like buying Logan a pack of cigarettes? We know he likes it, so why not say here's one for free?
Okay, let's go with something a little more accurate. Let's buy Logan a bag of weed. A 20 sack.
Can we say that?
I think we're allowed. I think we're allowed to
You
say
can
that, but
say
I
that.
want to make a point to any potential trial attorneys that this is Logan making his own.
The opinions of this
Nobody,
station.
nobody forced me to make this statement, but I'm just saying, more accurately, if you're gonna give me a gift that has no thought whatsoever, a nice little fat sack of Budski.
I got a fat sack for you. What I say about opening your mouth again?
He's even got the box was made out of wrapping paper to give it to you with.
Mr. Everything is sex around the gay
you
guy.
packed them, you should definitely throw those out by like Valentine's Day or whatever people do around Christmas.
When
I threw them out on Boxing Day. I bet you don't even know when that is.
he threw it out on Boxers Day. That's when
I don't even know when that
too.
is, do you?
I don't know when either.
Isn't Boxing Day the day after Christmas? It's
Yes.
a Canadian holiday, based on.
Canadian, English.
Brittany, you know all about
Most
Boxing Day, right? You're
Western Europe.
Canadian.
Actually, no.
You're not Canadian.
Oh, you're a terrible Canadian.
I
No, she's
am,
the other
but I'm
C-word.
native
He's the other
Canadian.
native. Well, my ex-wife is native Canadian.
Compassionate.
My compassionate. Yeah, I love
Very
that.
charismatic.
Yeah, I love that. I love that joke. It's a great
Cute.
joke. But yeah, cute. You are adorable. Good for you.
Aw, thank
No,
you.
Brittany, I wanted to talk to you about something. I don't even know if I'm allowed to even mention this on the podcast. I heard recently you guys, you and Paul got a new pet.
Yes,
Is it a
yes,
gerbil?
we have.
Is it a gerbil?
No, it's I
You
think it's
sound way too excited about that.
it's a cat, isn't it? I believe.
Yes,
Some sort of
she
pussy?
is a kitty.
You got a new cat?
Oh, they got a cat.
Meow.
Meow. Well, Paul was telling me, and he didn't go into too much detail because I'm not allowed to know what I'm allowed to talk about. But these two have got themselves a little pet. Now, this pet is a cat, as in like she wears ears and leather. Is it leather or is it pleather?
It's leather.
It's leather. It's real leather. And apparently, I was like, well, what does this pet do for you? And all Paul would give me is whatever the fuck we tell her.
You have a slave?
Not a slave. There's a difference.
A
Well,
pet.
do you pay her? Or?
A
I don't know that there's a difference.
slave means you have no will in what you do. A pet is just something that you love and care for, and in return, it gives you affection.
And you,
Unless it's my
then
pet,
you
in which
beat it.
case you love it, you care for it. It's like I'm in an abusive relationship with Peach. Peach is my cat. I named her after the princess because I rescued her. Aren't I ever so clever? I am in an abusive relationship with this bitch, okay?
I've always thought that was funny, and I thought
You
that,
keep losing her too?
Yeah, shut up. Anyway.
I think that's funny that the fact that like, because your cat is a therapeutic animal, right? It's one of those.
She is.
She's a therapy animal, and the whole point of a therapy animal is to show love and affection when you're feeling down and out. And you got like the one animal that never shows, and like the most standoffish bitch.
So damn true. This is what I mean when I say I'm in an abusive relationship. Even if she hurts me, I will somehow convince myself that it's my fault or that I did something to deserve it, and I will go on loving her anyway.
Self-deprecating.
It's, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on your paw. It's okay. I can bandage my leg. No, I know you didn't mean to hurt me. I shouldn't have stepped on your paw. I'm sorry. What was I doing walking through the middle of the room?
You come home late, Peach is drunk. Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah.
I did come home once and she was drunk, but she acted like a drunk cat. You know?
How was with the cat drunk with catnip, or did you leave out like a little bowl of whiskey for him? For her?
What, did she punch you?
Vermouth, actually.
Vermouth?
No, I didn't put the cap on the mouthwash properly, and she tipped it over. Mouthwash all over the bathroom floor, nice minty smell, and she is sloshed as shit.
Sugar-lug glug glug. I used to get drunk at summer camp. Well, actually, it wasn't me per se. It was this other kid we called. He had a name, but all we did was call him Mouthwash Kid. Because
You guys had no creativity whatsoever.
no, none of us did. We were
It's like Listerine. Like, jeez.
You could have been witty, like, hey, call him Misterine. But no, it was Mouthwash Kid. That's what it was. Hey, Mouthwash Kid. It's
So
like
what do you call him when he gets older? It's like Lil Wayne to like
Mouthwash Man?
When does
Now
he
you're a
when does
superhero.
this become Wayne?
Yeah.
When does it just become? When does Mouthwash Kid just become Mouthwash?
Behold the might of Mouthwash Man! Criminals beware the gleaming smile.
Gingivitis.
The tooth signal, I'm needed! Dental, mouthwash.
He fights plaque and crime.
And gingivitis.
Gingivitis, damn redhead.
Call back.
Oh man, I was talking to a ginger at work with, and I was like, you know what other words are spelled with the exact same letters as ginger? There's one.
The one black guy who's still listening, you might tune out after
I
this.
did not notice this until right now.
Epiphany time.
I found out when a friend of
It's an
mine,
acronym, actually.
a friend of mine that I used to work with at the electronics recycling facility, had told me one day. I was like, go do this or go do that, and he was like, hey, just because they have the same letters, don't mean they're the same thing. Like accusing me of
That's... I actually have... I'm going to shut up now. There's no way I can end that sentence that doesn't sound extremely racist.
Do it.
Then
Do
do
it.
it. Like, light a fire up under that ass. Let's hear it.
Come on, like I said before, black jokes matter.
I know, but gay racists are weird, you know? It's like a gay Republican.
Right. So
you
you
mean
mean
like
gay
Donald Trump?
racist?
Huh?
So you mean gay racist?
A gaycist, yes.
A gay racist is a gay Republican, isn't that? Are they the same? No, the log cabin Republicans.
It's pick and choose. But it depends on which, log cabin
So
Republican
you-
you're talking to. I
so
actually
you,
have
just like
met
everybody else, gets to
I
pick and
actually
choose when
have
they wanna
met
be
a
racist.
I actually have met a white supremacist gay man on a dating website.
Oh no.
Was
Was
this
it on meetblackpeople.com?
Wait, was it gay farmers only?
It's a website that doesn't exist anymore. We'll leave it
Oh
at that.
gee, I fucking wonder why.
But I mean, I'm sure it wasn't specifically for gay racists.
Oh,
Otherwise,
he just
Robbie had to shave
he
that
just
for a
got
whole
through
different
that
reason.
firewall of
No.
technology used to block people.
I love my hair too much to to go racist. I can't. But you're lucky I love you more than my hair, Brittany.
Let's
I
go
decided
on-
to
go
shave my
full on
head for the
skin.
comic book theme wedding that she's having.
That's-
I'm going to be Lex Luthor because I'm in the wedding party.
That's right, and that's next weekend. Or this weekend?
This weekend.
Is there going to be a Superman? Can we shoot him with a kryptonite bullet?
There is going to be a Superman, actually.
Oh, he is fucked.
I don't know about shooting him, but
Well, who's going to be Superman? Do you like him a lot?
my fiance's uncle.
Do you like him a lot?
He's okay.
Shoot him!
What if we get like green phosphorus paintballs?
I'd be okay with that.
I was gonna say you could make a procession out of it at least.
There's your kryptonite bullet.
shoots, just be playing paintball with Superman. Yeah. You're like, Superman, let's play some paintball. He's like, I'm gonna fucking win.
Yeah.
Kryptonite laced paint.
No fair.
That's what they used in the 70s. No, that was lead-based paint. I don't know. It was delicious either way.
What do you mean either way? You've had kryptonite based paint?
I don't know. I had lead. I had the lead base. I had the chips out the window. Like, they don't call them chips for no reason.
So I take it you've also eaten poker chips.
Right. Can't eat just one.
Dude, I've been waiting for Ruffles to make a lead paint chip. Ruffles have riches.
I think
Hey,
I'd rather
give us a flavor.
I think I'd rather Ruffles come out with a poker chip.
An edible poker chip. I tried.
Edible poker chips. I love that.
I tried to teach my kids some poker, and we were hanging around, and we played with pretzels.
Wasn't your daughter learning?
Shut up, dude.
Wrong kind of poker.
Oh my god. There wasn't. I don't think she was trying to use any kind of chips.
Your daughter is going to hate you for this episode too.
Oh my god. No,
I
I'm
told
just.
you too. I was like, by bringing it up, you're just. It's like for anybody who wasn't listening.
Yeah, for
Go
anyone.
check out this.
You know what it is? It's a marketing ploy on my own part to be like, hey, go check out last week's episode and learn what we're talking about.
Listen to the reason why my daughter is really embarrassed.
Oh my god.
The girl's got to have something to tell her shrink.
Right. She went like she didn't seem that upset when she was here and heard it because she heard it on the podcast. I wanted to like brag to my daughter and be like, hey, look, I'm important. I do things on the internet. You know.
Now,
So
which one is this?
This is the oldest. I mean, mind you, all three of them were listening to it, but at the same time,
Are we allowed to say their names?
I'm not using their names.
All right.
Say her
Oldest
name.
child, I respect you. That's all I'm gonna say. She knows who I am. I know who she is. She has my respect.
Yeah. She's a fan of yours too, Robbie. You guys get along pretty well. You hang out and talk about Once Upon a Time and a few other really gay shit.
Is it gay shit if there's a woman involved?
I think it's gay shit when you're a grown man watching the same shows as an 11-year-old girl.
That's pretty much that whole brony fucking argument right there. Is it gay if I'm watching
wanna
two
take this one
female
over,
ponies
Josh, because I happen to know you're a brony. You want to argue this shit?
Yeah, let's hear it. How old are you?
25.
Yeah, if I had a daughter, I would hope that she's not on the same chat room.
Ask who chat room.
Did you see that episode where did anybody else catch the theme there at the end with where she wiped her chin and? No.
The concept of bronies does throw me off a little bit. I mean, sure, I get it. It's just a lot like any of the other things that any of us. Cause we're all fucking nerds in this room to some degree or another, and we can all agree on that.
At least be real about it. I love Sailor Moon, dude. I'll go on any message board.
It's not a bad show.
What?
The fact that you're so technologically disadvantaged that you're saying I'll go on any message board. I'm on all the blogs.
Okay, so he likes Sailor Moon and constantly references sex in front of a gay guy. The evidence is just piling up.
Piling. You're like R. Kelly, and not because you pee on girls, but because.
Look, all I'm gonna say is that there are bronies, and then
there's Chris Clausen.
That's like there are priests, and then there are priests.
Right? Yeah. There's
Essentially, you're not that far off.
right. Well, I mean, yeah.
We
There's
know
There
those
are
bronies.
football coaches,
Let's
and
not
then there are
say his name.
Sandusky.
You already did.
yeah. So you're the kind of brony. Would you go to the con? Would you go to BronyCon?
I would go to BronyCon, but I haven't yet. It's just, I don't know.
It's on your
Money.
list. You gotta get the van together.
Money's been an issue, basically.
Yeah.
Money and responsibility.
Responsibility. Responsibility's a bitch.
Responsibility usually keeps me from my rapes too.
Whoa there, friends. You might need to slow down.
Slow down on responsibility. More raping.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Which
is
one-
it his responsibility? Is it your responsibility?
Which one should I really cut back on?
Is it your responsibility to rape?
That's more of an errand, I guess.
It's not my responsibility, but I feel personally
It's
responsible
like,
for doing
okay,
it.
I don't need milk from the store, but I really am gonna be a lot happier if I have it in my fridge.
Now, you see, the way I see it, if I don't need milk, why would I want to go get milk?
See, now Logan looks at it differently. He's like, if I don't need milk, I'm gonna go take it from a cow.
Speaking of cows, how is your ex-girlfriend?
Well,
His ex or mine? Jesus Christ. Oh, man. My ex-girlfriend...
Anybody in here not date a cow before? Not you. I know you've only had one boyfriend.
I like to call her a moped.
That's a lie.
Yeah, that's
Of course it's a lie, but I'm trying to preserve your imagined honor.
Imagine
That ran
That's
away with
completely
my
fake.
dignity.
No honor whatsoever.
Right, she's dated tons of cows. How dare you?
Exactly.
And now she's engaged to one. That's not fair. He has lost weight.
Right, and besides, I've heard he's a cow that's hung like a horse. I've only heard. Listen, I've only heard. I've never seen or
I know he makes
partaken.
her udder.
Moan.
It makes her utter things like...
How easy
Oh
is
my
it?
God.
How easy is it to tip Paul?
What?
How easy is it to
Oh,
tip
give
Paul?
him-
Very easy.
Yeah, you
the
give him-
guy has a very low center of gravity.
Not just that, give him a few whiskeys and he's easily tipsy.
Yeah. Who is?
Now, you want
that,
easily tipsy.
Yeah.
That's
Mr. Brody over there?
That's the... that's-
Dreamboat McDisney Prince over here.
Oh, man, you do look elegant with your scruff and your hair.
He looks like Captain Hook, Colin O'Donoghue.
Oh, back to the sign language.
Right on.
Wait, I can actually do it. Almost.
Google him.
Google who?
Do the hook in.
The
Wait,
audience
we
heard
gotta
me.
do the yarg.
And if they didn't, who cares?
Yarg.
Okay, yarg.
Yarg! Should we
Still
count to
terrible.
three? Okay,
Still
one,
terrible.
2, 3.
Yarg!
Yarg! I missed it!
We'll be terrible at it forever. That's
Next
our-
one. Next week, audience.
That's our thing.
You tune in. Tune in for the best yargs you will ever hear. Just the top-notch pirate work here on
Everybody
the
get it
Duane Wilt
together, or
Show.
I'm going back to Yo-Ho.
Enough about Brittany. No, that's what I mean. Why would I say that? Well, that's a terrible way to address her anyway. She prefers...
That was Meatwad.
That was Meatwad.
That was me wrong.
I didn't know you
Do
could...
the thing, the war. Do
Do the thing where he turns into a hot dog.
No.
I just did.
From Family Guy, the Jew. Do more.
Oh God, there's blood in my mucus. Sir, I don't appreciate being asked to do impersonations on the spot.
That sounds like Adam Sandler doing an
Next
impression
time
of
I'll
Mort.
have a period.
I don't know why. I just felt like there was definitely some Adam Sandler thrown in that. Maybe it was because you were trying to push it for the microphone, like your salt and or pepper. because they push it.
We get it. You vape.
I tried to vape, but the butt sex, I just couldn't do it. That's not true. I can handle the
You
butt
can
sex
totally
just
do it.
fine. I just don't like vaping. If I was gonna do something gay, I'd rather just take a dick than vape.
Me too.
Right?
All right.
Somebody's got to tape up Logan. We're on round 2.
I'll do it for a cigarette.
Do it for a cigarette. Well, what we're going to do right now, then, audience, is we're going to take a quick break and we're going to insert a song by, I'm sure, which is going to be this week's Beer Pirate Radio's Artist of the Week or Artist of the Month. Evan knows what that is, and we'll do that, and we'll be back in just a minute. And we're back on the Duane Wilt Show here at BeerPirateRadio.com. Yard?
Yarg!
I think we did it. I think, listeners, I think that was a successful
Oh,
yard.
so now we don't even have to do a show next week.
Now we don't have to do a show next week. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is the last episode of the Duane Wilt Show.
Whoa. Too much.
You guys know they'll be happy. They'll be happy to hear that. They will. Actually, you know what's crazy? In association with Beer Pirate Radio here, if any of our listeners are out there and you've thought to yourself, hey, that's just a bunch of assholes sitting around in a room talking, I could do that with my friends. Well, listen, now is actually your opportunity. Evan Bogart, the guy who runs Beer Pirate Radio, is actually looking for new shows to become part of the Beer Pirate Radio family. So this is a very exciting opportunity.
Join us, become one of us.
One of us.
Google gobble, Google gobble.
I'm playing with us forever and ever.
No, so now's your opportunity. If you think to yourself, fuck it, let's try to do a podcast. Beer Pirate Radio might want you. So like we're
Beer
like
Pirate Radio definitely wants you.
They wanted me, and I gave it to them
See,
all.
they'll take anyone.
Yep, even Robbie.
I was just gonna say, I'm on here too.
I don't actually. I was talking to Paul about it. He was talking a little bit about a while back. He's been trying to get into voice acting, doing voice work in general, and he was like talking about recording skits. And I thought to myself, dude, that's a show. If you could record one skit a week, that's an episode. Even if it's a fucking 15, 20, half hour, whatever. It doesn't have to be a full. That's you rehearse a script, you record it, and you lay it down. I don't see why that'd be a cool show. So potentially one of the things coming to the future of Beer Pirate Radio, but we're not sure about that. And I'm not the one who makes the final decisions, of course.
So get excited about it unless it actually doesn't happen.
Then be thoroughly disappointed.
So we used to working at Taco Bell. We just keep giving you everything that you want, and then when you come through for your fix, then we don't have it anymore.
Yep, just like empanadas. Or
We
is it-
had empanadas today, motherfucker.
We did have empanadas
We
today.
sure did.
I don't know why, but for some reason, every single morning you come through the Canandaigua Taco Bell, and like we just haven't made empanadas. We just don't. It just doesn't happen. I spent my first 6 months there like thinking that we just didn't have empanadas. Like that's just something that wasn't on the menu anymore. People were like, "Can I have an empanada?" We're like, "We don't have empanadas. Just we don't those." That was the stationary response.
It was a thing of the past.
Empanada. I don't know what that is.
I still don't know what it means. To me, I think it's redundant saying like.
No,
it's
I
like
know what an
empty,
empanada is. I was
Empty
just
and nothing.
imitating
and
it.
the same.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what empa means.
I don't know. I don't speak Spanglish.
It's either empty or like some kind of like dictator.
I know what an empanada is. I
Empire.
was just
An
imitating
empire.
like how somebody would respond if they didn't know you had it. It's like empanada. I don't know what that is.
Oh, dude, we get slaughterings when people come through for a quesadilla or a quesarito. That sounds like a fucking Pokemon. Can I get a Quetzalcoatl?
Quetzalcoatl. Oh my god, that's my third favorite Pokemon.
Sarah Will.
Sarah Quill.
I choose you, Celebrax.
I love that one too, but I could never stay awake for the gym match.
Are we talking about Pokemon Go? Is this a conversation we're gonna have? Because if we're delving into it, that's fine. But I plan on talking with Paul
How many
about
people
this.
died today? Fucking respond. Like,
Alright,
let
I
us know.
respectfully
Let us know.
back
If your
up.
brother walked into a river today.
Brittany's
like,
back.
Pokemon Go.
You know that.
Brittany's backing out on the Pokemon Go conversation. Brittany, do you play?
I do.
You do.
I
Oh,
do.
so
And
you're the
why?
only
And
person
why
that
are
can
you?
actually
Then
talk
why are you
about
You're
it.
backing away
out?
from the conversation. He's bringing it to you.
I'm bringing it right. I'm doing
not
what
gonna let
Logan
you
does
get
to the
away.
women. I'm forcing it on you. Pokemon Go.
It's a fun game. Like, it gets American youth out there. It's
Oh, yeah.
done more work than
Finding dead
Michelle
bodies.
Obama has done in
Yeah, I know.
so
I've
long.
read that meme too.
It's
It was better than that cardboard pizza she gave us.
More,
Like,
more
no,
kids,
no,
more
wait,
kids
rated-
have found dead bodies than they did in Stand By Me.
So they found what, 2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least,
well,
at
that's
least-
all you need.
That's all you need is 2. I think somebody found. What the fuck's his name's career? Corey Haim's. Or no, I think did somebody just find Corey Haim?
Dead in the woods. That was one.
Is he the one? Is he the one who died, or was it the other Corey Feldman?
I don't think either of them have died.
No, one of
I-
them's dead. One of
I'm
them's dead. One of them's
convinced that
dead
they're
as
the
shit.
same person.
They're not the same person. They're not the same person. Oh my god. One of the Coreys is dead. I know that
I
for
will
a
look
fact.
that up right now.
Yeah, we're about to make that Duane Wilt Show official. Which of the Coreys? I want to say it's
I
Corey.
feel like a corner.
I'll say it's Corey
The
Haim who
time of
died.
death was.
I have no idea who either of these people.
You don't know who either one of
Because
the
you're
Coreys are?
12.
Yeah,
we
he's not.
are about to be educated.
Yeah, educated on something.
Have you ever
crap
seen
that
Lost
nobody's
Boys?
given a fuck about in 20
Tell me-
years.
They're
Okay.
both in that.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
like
okay.
They're the 2 kids.
it's the 2 Coreys.
Oh.
You ever seen Goonies?
Okay.
The 2 Coreys.
I just
I don't think
knew
Corey
their
Haim
names.
was in Goonies, but
It
I know Corey
doesn't
Feldman
matter.
was.
The 2
So
Coreys.
which one's dead?
Haim?
I'm Googling it right
I'm
now.
telling you it's Haim. I know it. No, I know for a fact. Well, I know. I'm pretty sure that it's a fact that I know. But yeah, no. Pokemon Go is it's sweeping the nation without doing any actual sweeping. I feel like it's not any cleaner. I mean, well, I guess they're getting rid of dead bodies, so it's a little cleaner. But the concept is that you walk around to hatch the eggs, and then you have Pokemon, and you catch enough, and you can evolve them, and you go to the different gyms, and you battle them. And the thing I kind of like about it is there's this whole spoken thing where like everybody gets together, and you're talking, and you're interacting with other people from all walks of life that you'd never necessarily interact with any other way than...
So it's like the cocaine of the video game world.
Well, no.
You're in bathrooms you would never be in, talking to people that you would never talk to.
Just tapping your foot under the stall.
You were right.
You got Pokeballs. Yeah, Corey Haim. I was
he
right.
died in 2010 of pneumonia.
Of pneumia. That's a sad way to
He
go.
was 38 years old.
Right? Like when my mother said, "You're gonna die of pneumonia," I never believed her, and then poor Corey Haim. Somebody needs to give me a beer because the host of the show is out, and that's no good.
No,
not all of us can have him taped to our hands like our fine Logan here.
Yeah, you know what?
Which,
spill a beer on your own table.
I won't spill a beer on my own table because I'm a responsible alcoholic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I make it to work every day.
Yeah.
Functioning.
That's all you need to do. Dude, I can't wait till they have tequila on tap at Taco Bell.
Oh man. Yeah, I heard that they're gonna be serving alcohol. I don't know about around here.
Yeah, no,
it's in the South.
If
in the South, you're allowed to drink everywhere. You go to.
They're still allowed to smoke fucking cigarettes in places.
Well, you have to smoke them inside. It's so dry in the South. Like you'll just burn everything.
California fire started today because somebody decided to be a dick and smoke a cigarette outside.
Dude, like six places like around like upstate New York had fires a couple of weeks ago.
Shit, too soon?
Well, no, I'm just saying like just from cigarette butts because it's been so dry out here.
Oh, dude, McDonald's fucking right down the street from here.
Yeah.
Their speaker lit up because some asshole just threw
their butt out. It's been so fucking dry.
Better than a lightning bolt.
Better than a lightning bolt.
Yes,
but Charlie's is back up and running, and I got my cheeseburger finally. I'm happy about that. I want to go back and be like, it was still a little wrong. It took quite a while for me to get that.
Not for nothing, but nothing would cook it as well as a lightning bolt.
When you have either Thor or SpongeBob on the grill, you can do no wrong. Logan here drinking his beer, taped to the next one. So far we've got double-fisted, double-staffed, total of 3 beers. I'm not going to lie to the audience. He had to go pee.
Well, it is an adverse effect of enjoying an alcoholic beverage every
And when he had to go pee, he didn't want help from Robbie. He didn't want any help from Robbie when...
Robbie didn't offer.
Oh, he offered a little bit. He was just trying to get a cigarette. You just get whatever. You're like, listen, I will.
He wanted to pull something out of my pocket.
Right. And Logan, what were you saying? You were afraid. You were afraid of urinating.
Oh no, I never conceived of all the different ways that you can harm your genitals. Like like you're in a hurry and you zip up too fast. You know.
Pretty common way to hurt your genitals.
It's like, oh, maybe I'd rather wait 5 minutes and make sure I get this right. And instead,
5 minutes? It takes 5 minutes to make sure you zip up properly.
And make sure everything is tucked properly. You don't want to get any ball hair in there. It can snag.
5 minutes. No wonder
it
takes so long in the bathroom.
Conceived, losing the tip of my dick into an aluminum can as a real fear. Like I now have a phobia.
Are you
I understand.
Are you circumcised? Are you circumcised currently?
I am circumcised.
So should this not have already been a rational fear because it's already happened?
I wasn't aware of that because I was actually being raped by the rabbi.
Yeah, the rabbi. Well, I mean, I don't think it's rape. I think at that point it's sexual assault.
Very aggravated sexual assault.
Well, I mean, he was aggravated. He was so aggravated he bit the tip off.
I thought it was supposed to be longer too. You know, I've always wondered about that.
My buddy Ethan Lax has a great joke about how the Jews, even though they're known for their small penises, are such a confident group that they cut off like an inch before they even know how it's gonna be. Or something along those lines. It's a great joke.
Cut the umbilical cord. They cut the tip.
Right. All that cord blood. donate your cord blood.
You should.
You should. I don't know. I was
Except for
trying
all
to
that
come up with something
epidural-
about Satan.
Except for that, all that epidural in the blood or whatever.
I was trying to come up with some sort of satanic reference. It'd be like, donate your cord blood to Satan. Like, technically science, right? If you're religious, science, Satan, same difference. Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye the Science Guy on the left and right hand of our Dark Lord.
Wait, so which one is Bill Nye the good one?
No,
I've always hoped that Bill Nye was the good one.
Listen, no, they're both good, but they're both science. They're both scientists. So either way, if you're a creationist, like they don't believe in science. They're just like dinosaurs. Those bones were planted here by the devil to make us not trust in the government. Or some, I don't know. You guys see that the giant ark the dude built? There was a replica ark built that was allegedly the same size as Noah's, and apparently.
Doesn't replica imply there was an original?
Well, okay, it's an alleged replica. Okay, like they were trying to build what the ark would have been. Is this what this guy did? He spent like millions of dollars on this project. He was just a wealthy nut job somewhere in Europe, I think. And,
unfortunately, there are a lot of those.
They're always.
yeah, some of them run for president.
Yeah. Wow. two of them, I believe, right now.
Oh man,
Can't believe anything.
Melania Trump. Did you guys hear about that?
You're right,
Her
they both
speech
popped it
today,
up.
or yesterday at the RNC, the Republican National Convention.
What was that your friend said online? That joke he made?
Which one? I've read jokes all day about Melania Trump.
About how much it sucks that Michelle Obama traveled through time to
Yeah.
see her speech.
Yeah. Donald Trump was quoted saying that how pissed he was that, or whatever. Yeah, what you said. I remember I did see that one. But yeah, apparently just plagiarized the shit out of it. I got nothing to really say about it. Like if you want to hear jokes about that, look at Facebook. It's just so many. I was inundated.
Don't tell people to do that.
Inundated.
You go to Facebook to find this show.
Right? No, we don't go on Facebook to go to this show. I mean, you can find it
Not
on
Facebook yet?
No, I mean we can find
Dude,
it
we
on
should totally
Facebook.
have clips on Facebook.
Well, yeah, you can find it on
everybody
Facebook.
loves
Wayne
Facebook,
shares
except
this
for me.
podcast.
Well, I share the podcast on Facebook. The issue is we don't have clips of the first two episodes because my dead computer.
Aw.
Aww. Well, I'm gonna try to get it fixed. Hey, if any listeners out there know how to make a computer turn on again after nothing happened to it, it just won't turn on. It doesn't take a charge.
Strike it by lightning. They
Right.
got Charlie's.
Call Thor.
business.
Yeah, we got some major improvements going on.
You know
in
what?
there
I
now.
think what it comes down to is I have to get my computer struck by lightning and then have a chicken barbecue.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I was so pissed. I walked right by there, and I was on my way to work. My responsibilities got in the way of my social networking.
All of your social duties. I said
I
duties.
usually try to keep that as a solitaire. I usually try to keep that to myself.
Oh man, no, I do keep that to myself. Bathroom time, that's Duane time. I don't give
Oh,
a
yeah.
shit. No,
Oh, yeah.
like
I tell people, yeah, you leave the shit.
yeah, I don't ever understood the term take shits. When you go to the bathroom, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and take a shit.
I don't even have to go. I just heard you go.
I heard somebody else was in there, and I'm like, I want to take it.
I've
I
heard
never-
of some kinky people.
I never understood the phrase "take
Wait,
a shower."
is that how you find that?
I mean, I
that one
realize
chick?
it's kind of an old joke, but when someone says, "Did you take a shower?" I feel like saying, "Why is one missing?"
Is your shower running? Well, somebody better take it.
It's another one of those jokes that if you add children to the mix, it just makes it absolutely terrible.
Except for pedophile jokes, you gotta add kids to those ones.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
that's-
Jesus.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that makes it. I mean, a joke. I mean,
Would this be a good time to advertise the Trial by Vile show?
The trial by vial, yeah, you'll get pieces of this and pieces of everything else. I will give you a piece of.
Re-advertise.
Ray, yeah,
come
no,
in like the movie guy, the movie voice guy. Rape, abortion,
murder.
murder.
Well, no, I am starting the show with a disclaimer. I'm going to be like, listen, okay, this is the Trial by Vile comedy show.
Not VIAL.
Like, yeah, these are nothing but test tube baby jokes. The Trial by Vile.
No, I'll be honest with you. That's the first thing that I thought when you told me about it.
You're like,
That was
cloning.
my brain going to this stupid place that I
Well, that's
knew.
why I asked for all those people to donate the cord blood.
Are you claiming you're Satan, Dwayne?
I'm not claiming I'm Satan. I'm just saying, have you ever seen me and Satan in the same room?
Then you and Shannon got back together? Oh shit, she's gonna hear this and
Wait, you've
hate me
been
now.
Tyler Durdening this whole relationship with Shannon? She doesn't even exist. You've just been banging yourself and giving yourself...
I wish she was more like the Tyler Durden girl. Well, no, I can't remember her name, but the chick, that chick who's in all of those movies with Johnny Depp. What's her face there?
She was the first
Helena
person
Bonham
that was
Carter?
into cutting
Yeah, what is it?
that I ever
Helena
masturbated
Bonham
to.
Carter?
Helena Obama Carter. Jesus.
Helena
Helena
Bonham.
Obama.
Helena
Helena Obama.
Bonham,
I thought
like
you said
John Bonham.
Obama.
John Bonham.
Not Obama, not Bama, Bonham.
Helena Bonham.
Like she was a
Carter.
bottom, yeah.
Helena Bonham Carter.
There you go.
Sitting in
How
a
do you, why would you
tree
ever forget that
with
name?
Johnny
How many
Depp.
years have we had?
I feel like I'll know that
11?
forever.
11-7 beers.
Helen
We don't even have
Bonham.
11. We have an
Helen
18 pack
Bonham.
and it's not even gone yet. Is it? How close is it? Is my night going to be sad because I'm not drunk yet?
Got 4 left.
Yeah, Dwayne's got 4 left. Pass it. No,
Dwayne's got 3 left.
Dwayne's got. It hurts. No, I do need another beer though. I am in that spot. Already?
Yeah.
I'm kind of going slow tonight. It
Didn't
sucks.
we already say that he was like 80% alcohol?
Well,
Should this
right.
be
Alright.
surprising?
Listen, when you duct
It
tape
shouldn't
the next beer, can you like actually make it so I don't have to crank it around like when you guys aren't in the room?
Oh yeah, that's right.
What's
I
in
forgot.
it for me?
I forgot.
What's in it for you? Hey,
doesn't
Brittany,
wanna crank
Brittany,
it.
will you? I feel like you could successfully stack this in my hands.
Say no, I can get a cigarette out of this.
You can get a cigarette out of him anyway. All I have to do is wait for him to stand up and start trifling through his pockets.
True. What's he gonna do?
That's what-
Exactly.
No, I'm waiting for somebody to like fucking. This is like a wizard stack. I gotta. Like,
Right.
Okay, I'm starting to feel bad because I didn't tape the beer in the
Hey,
correct
Logan, catch!
position.
I always sort of did.
I will try and put the next
Just like,
one.
just like anytime anything
Correctly.
falls to the floor, all I'm gonna say is at least it wasn't a baby.
That's why I've decided.
That's me taking the high road because you know I would love to see a baby hit the floor.
That's why I've decided if I ever have another child, I'm going to name him Bass. Nobody ever seems upset when you drop the bass.
If I ever have a woman, I'm gonna name her Chuck.
If you have a woman, you're going to name her Chuck.
Well, yeah, like I mean, I'm not
If you
saying
have a
that
daughter,
practice
like if
is
you have a
right.
daughter, like if you just capture a woman, like you're Chuck now.
No, I mean if I put one like a bun in the oven into a woman, and then she has one, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna name her Chuck because not that their methods aren't tried and true. A lot of people think that they're terrible, but the Asians are fucking brilliant.
Why are we talking about women in ovens again?
Well, my question is, I don't understand the
Were we
Chuck
recording
joke
when we talked about that last
okay,
time?
because it's a verb.
I've had
because you're
lunch.
chucking the baby.
Right.
Okay.
Like because it's not
Because
what
it's a
you were
female.
expecting.
Because it's a female, and the
No, it sounds
Asians.
really, no, it sounds
And the
really
Asians, no, and
terrible.
Asians,
I've thought
and
this
Asians
through
kill
and
off the.
through.
No, it's just,
They
it's a,
do it.
that's a
it's an
witty
express
reference
practice.
delivered poorly. Good for you. It was.
How about instead of naming her Truck, you could name her like
No.
Mudflap or
Truck?
something?
No, Chuck.
Chuck.
C-H.
Chalk?
Chuck.
Like
Oh
Chunk.
my god.
Chunk. Like
verb.
chunk. Like,
Okay,
That was
okay,
slow.
I got a better one.
I
got a better one. I
I
always
know, but
figured that if I
still
met
the
a
reference.
Woman, if I met a woman named Daisy, that she was definitely an accident because her first name should have been Whoopsie.
I assume if her name's Daisy, her parents were just shitty hippies, or maybe good hippies. I don't know. I
If you're
assume.
gonna name your kid after a flower, let's name her name her Daffodil.
If they name their son Daisy,
Or
they're
tulips.
shitty hippies.
if they name their son Matt Huff, they're awesome hippies.
Daisy, Rainbow.
Will you do the
Susan.
honors, Miss Brittany?
I don't know if I trust
Josh,
this.
will you do
Somebody-
the honors?
What?
Somebody needs
I know
to
that
duct
you
tape
can-
Logan a beer.
If you do the taping part.
Yeah.
This is
A three-man job,
the three. Isn't that?
I saw that video on X2.
including one woman, which kind of sounds like your situation
Pet
at home,
situation?
right? Yeah, your pet situation.
Tapping
Oh, yeah.
in some
How often-
uncharted
how often do you have-
territories.
How often
Bring it
do
up
you
to your
have
face.
to change the kitty litter?
Bring it up to your face so I can line it up with your
That's not kitty litter. That's the clitty litter.
Beautiful.
All right, so we're lining up
there's-
another beer.
There's no kitty litter involved, I promise.
Come on, man. Give me some
You
assistance.
just let her shit on the floor?
Oh, you mean up?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
so I can keep it in place.
No,
Right,
she has 2 legs. She can use the
That's
toilet.
obvious. Don't worry.
I've
This
seen-
isn't the
I've
first time
actually
I've had
seen
to teach a
cats.
newbie.
No, this is the single best hand job I've ever.
Thank you.
And Robbie's not even deaf.
Seriously, he was fingering my scrotum like he was really, really trying to find a song on his iPod.
Oh, you know the part that pisses me off the most about that is I fucking hate iTunes. Dude, I do. You know how many times you go to.
Yeah, I
You know how
do.
many times you go to add music to your fucking MP3 player, and then you're one button away, you click on it, and all of a sudden it deletes all your shit, like all your fucking whole library.
Sounds like you
I would die.
Right, exactly. It's just like catching a virus
I
on
don't-
your computer. So if you hit the wrong
I don't
button,
have any music on any device ever.
That's
iTunes
sad,
sucks.
Dwayne.
I don't care if they don't listen to me anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't have a device.
Bullshit.
I don't have the money to have it. My phone, I need to use that for the videos, for the beer reviews, and the different things that I do comedy-wise and trying to get videos. I don't have a camera. I'm very, very poor. So I need every bit of space I have for storage on my phone. And my computers are all work computers, so I can't risk... I already have one computer die on me, and that fucked me, man. This computer is coming from Rent-A-Center. So I gotta... Yeah, that sucks.
Plug to Rent-A-Center.
It's not a plug to Rent-A-Center. Fuck those guys. They are overcharge you, dude. I hate this new computer. I don't even like it. I mean, I've gotten. Did you get you get your slave from? What can we call her? Does she have a name that we can use? Is there a pet name?
No pet name.
Do we
Yeah.
call her Kitty?
Wait, does she have a pet peeve?
As in
yes,
here, kitty, kitty?
multiple,
Of course
but
she does. I bet
Her
she's anal
name?
as fuck.
her name,
I
her
see what you
pet
did.
name is Fifi.
Fifi.
Okay.
Is your little girl Fifi?
Yeah.
Is it all that?
Ironically, she's a big cat.
Okay, who didn't think of French poodle?
French poodle Fifi?
Dog. The dog, the cat. I
Yeah.
have a cat
Well,
dog
can you
in my
can you
house.
give it to a cat doggy style?
You sure can.
Does she still purr when she breathes in and out at the same time?
Well, I do that.
She might be a lion.
She only breathes through her nose.
Well,
Yeah,
any
we had
good-
to teach
any
her
good
that.
Slave would.
Not a slave. Not a slave. We
Not a
were
slave.
actually we had a bit of a discussion about this on the break. And did we come to a conclusion on
No,
the
you
difference?
told us to knock it off.
Okay, the difference between a slave and a pet. Lay it out.
Alright, in my opinion, being in this sort of scene, a slave chooses to have no will. Only
Again, the
because.
last two black listeners just fucking tuned out.
No, the ironic
Good night,
thing about
everybody.
this, guys,
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's
is.
just like the Canandaigua Ferry.
The
He's
ironic
fucking-
thing is,
Britney's
I
talking.
had a black girl tell me that she was into being a slave.
No
That was
kidding.
really hard for me to swallow. I'm not gonna lie.
Speaking of hard to swallow,
But no, you
Graphically
choose
put.
to
Wait,
have
was that
no
her
will
submissive?
when you're a
Was that her
slave.
submissive or a dominant, though? That's the real question. That, if you want to delve into her psychiatric. Like, did she love a submissive slave or a dominant slave?
is
She
there a
is
dominant slave?
definitely submissive. I don't feel like there
There
would
kind of
be a
is,
dominant.
in a way.
Totally,
Like,
if you haven't had your leg blown off. I've always wondered if you sew a man's leg back on, is it called nigger rigging?
Why would that?
I think our last two black people listeners left
I
3
really
jokes
have
ago.
wondered that. I
If
really,
a
truly
black
have.
man got his leg sewn back on,
3 black
Absolutely.
people started listening just so they could
how
leave.
about any man in general?
You don't think, okay, you've never had like a seatbelt like break or whatever, and then okay, like
no, I've heard the term.
you put it together, and you know the more appropriate, the politically correct people will say jury rigging.
No,
But
well,
everybody
you know
knows-
what? No, it's not jury.
everybody
It's
knows
not
the
jury rigging. It's not jury rigging. It's actually something that's just as inappropriate and just as racist. It's jerry rigging, referring to the curl.
Okay, so all on the same vein.
Still super, racist. You're the same
absolutely.
thing. Racist.
Absolutely racist. I will definitely accept that. It's the low road.
That's the low road. You'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road.
How is that not racist?
It is. Like I said, we're offending everyone. I'm not trying for anyone.
Hey, Gewalt!
I'm an equal opportunity
You just met my
destroyer.
grandmother, by the way.
All right, but back on the subject. Being a slave means you choose to relinquish any way that you can say no to whoever you
If
choose
you're a
to be your
slave,
dom.
call me.
And then there's pets where they choose to
Where
be.
they can't say because they go meow and.
Actually, that's not even the case at all. All you really have to do is, like, say you want to wear ears and a tail. There's more to it than that. You
collar.
just
Isn't that more
feel.
bestial though?
You feel.
In a way.
No.
In a small way.
Very minuscule way. In my eyes, it's safe because it's still a human, but a human that recognizes that there's a more primal part of themselves that they want to let out.
And they want to let out the animal inside.
Yes.
Unleash the beast.
But that's,
Exactly.
but that's
And it's
that-
all consensual.
But that's that whole
Yes.
furry, like what that furry convention
Well,
is and all that.
if you go
like,
full-blown furry, then you could easily be a pet, obviously, right?
Right.
Very true, actually. I have met a few people, I'm not gonna lie.
So what if you're a furry who chooses to relinquish his
Then
his ability to say no?
you would
Yeah.
be a slave
You'd be a
pet.
really good puppy.
A pet slave? Yeah. Yeah, do you get to bend a biscuit on his nose?
You lay down, roll over, play dead. He does all of
If you
them.
let me ask you this. If she shits on the carpet, do you have to rub her face in it? You gotta do it right away, though. If you don't, she's not gonna understand.
No, not at all.
So wait, you don't do anything if they shit on the floor?
Yeah, you just let the shit,
I mean, I feel like there has to be some
at least spray her
discipline.
in the
There
face.
is
This is
no
probably the one
shitting.
pet in the world that can actually, outside the world of anime, that can actually understand English. So if she shits on the floor, I think, "What the hell are you doing?" will suffice.
If somebody
Just hit her
shits
with
on
a
my
spray hit her
floor,
with a spray bottle.
they're getting kicked
I
out.
think I would be way too shocked.
And then on to
You
the
could
next
put the
one.
spray bottle in my
You have to
hand.
go-
I would be way too
wait,
shocked
you have
by
to go
what
on
I'm
Craigslist?
seeing to use it.
Yeah, how do you find a pet? Is it Craigslist?
Yeah, do you have to go on Craigslist to fucking...
I'm not gonna lie, while you can find them there are actually other sites out there that you can find.
More reputable?
More reputable than Craigslist?
Not even. Like, there's...
Are you saying Craigslist is reputable?
What the
No.
fuck? Oh, Angie's
Like,
List.
you will find
Angie's
some-
List, that's
Angie's
where you
List.
go.
You go to
That's
Angie's
where you
List to
go.
get your reviews on Craigslist.
I haven't even been there. There's just certain places
She's
that
just
you
a-
can
You're the
go.
pusher man. You're the one to go to if you want a slave who's
or
also
a pet.
Oh yeah, and or. We'll go with
Yeah, and or. So we've come to...
There's definitely more that you could go into there. But
Well, yeah, there's
Why the
different...
hell
Yeah,
would anyone
totally
go
do it.
looking for sex on the penny saver of the internet?
that would be the good question. Either extreme loneliness or, well, really...
Ineptness. I feel like ineptness, because I don't know anything about the internet connections and hooking up. Like, I feel like the only way I've found girls via anything... And it was
LordExpectations.com.
That's it. But no, I didn't meet my current girlfriend on Facebook, but we reconnected via Facebook, and I feel like had I be put into a new single situation, where God forbid, because I love the woman I'm with, she's amazing. Excuse me. She's
You made me puke in my mouth. a little bit.
just saying it. Ugh. This one's for you, babe. No.
If she wasn't pissed before, you're
Right.
not getting sex after this.
She can try to keep it from me, but she loves it too much. But no, she like God forbid if anything ever happened, where like I don't know, say she died or something, fuck it. Because I don't want her. I don't want her to leave me. So I feel like at least if she has to, like that's the way she's gonna go, you know. And then I don't know, fuck.
Till death do us part. Is that a challenge?
No, it's challenge accepted. Till death do us part, because I'm gonna murder that bitch. No, but no, like hypothetically something happened to her. I did feel like I would need to reach out to try to get into a relationship with anybody. I would probably start by just stretching my fingers out a little bit and in the private messages.
I'm so glad you clarified that.
Right, just reaching my fingers out.
She's dead. I'm just gonna reach my fingers out
Near the
And open a
playgrounds.
cold one.
No, like I said before, she said I got 5 minutes. You know, while she's still warm, bun in the oven.
Yeah, but I mean, is she really gonna know?
Buns in the oven, and then I'm fucking them, and it's burnt worse than delivery.
When you start smelling smoke, pull it out, Dwayne. It'll
Pull it out of
stay
the oven or pull my
warm.
penis out.
Yeah, I was gonna say what.
Like I need if I
rubber-
start
how
smelling
much
smoke,
rubber are
I'm
you
gonna put
burning?
some lubrication on. That's obviously the issue. I'm not gonna. I mean, I
That's
might
what
pull out
KY
to do it.
That's
but-
what KY is for when you need to lubricate up that dead body.
Right, you did what you have to do though is you have to mix it with seasonings, and then use one of those turkey basters.
Ugh.
I think a turkey baster should be involved in every interaction.
Right,
That is so wrong, guys.
Let's you and me chat.
a jive turkey baster.
A jive. I think jive should be added to any conversation, actually.
Right, unless we're not jumping or wailing.
No, I think he left that group.
Jump, jive, and wail. Now it's just jump and wail. They got together with Flipper to form a super group. Ugh. Well, everybody, I think that's all the time we have here for this week's episode of the Duane Wilt Show on BeerPirateRadio.com. I'd like to thank you all for joining us and for being part of this little experience that we're still
Rock
trying to
on.
keep going.
I
So
think we gave him more gold than that chick that R. Kelly gave it to.
Is that even still relevant?
I don't know. I think peeing on girls is always
Or
relevant.
fucking Mike or O.J. Simpson joke's still relevant. I mean, that guy's still up and running, but he's just
But he's barely holding on, I think, at this
Yeah.
point.
He's
Yeah.
up, but he's
Nobody-
not running. Not much room in those chests.
nobody.
Right? He doesn't have a white Bronco. He
He
can't,
got
can't
away
run
with
that
it.
far.
He got away with it though. That's the important thing.
Well,
And he gets jailed for freaking robbery. Guy didn't know how to quit when he was ahead.
no, I thought he got jailed for holding that
you-
guy hostage with a knife. Like, but no, somebody apparently stole his shit out of his house, and he went and
No,
like
for
got
nothing,
his
but
shit
if I
back.
was OJ and I was innocent, like in all terms of the word innocent, I would never hold a knife again.
Yeah, never hold a knife toward, near, or anything.
OJ's like, I don't know who you are. I will find you. I will kill you.
I have a certain set of skills. All right. For everybody here at the Duane Wilt Show, to our listeners, we will see you again next Wednesday, and to everybody here,
Yeah, we're watching you.
everybody here in the room, I will see you guys next Tuesday.
I'm waiting for
Alright.
you guys.
Peace.